You may want to convince your boss that you deserve to get a raise. You may want your child to eat healthier. Or perhaps you are in desperate need of persuading your spouse to stop that shopping spree. You want your partner to start taking personal finances much more seriously and start saving more. We have all been in situations like these where we would want to influence other people quickly and effectively. But many a time this ends up in just arguments where the other person ends up winning. How about learning some techniques which will help us avoid such arguments? Do you want some secrets which will help you bring down the resistance and increase the cooperation that you need? In this video, we will learn some powerful techniques and get 5 secrets. These are from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. 2 fishermen were competing in a fishing competition. One of them thought, I like strawberries and cream, so therefore I'll bait hook with strawberries and cream. The other one thought, I don't like earthworms. However, I think fish like earthworm a lot. So therefore, I'll bait the hook with earthworms. Who do you think won the competition? Therefore, it is necessary to bait the hook to suit the fish. And the same principle applies to people also. The only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. So the secret number 1 is arouse in the other person an eager want. For example, if you would like to convince your boss that you should get a raise, it is quite useless to state your own reason for wanting this. Instead, show and tell why it would be best in the interest of your boss for you to have a higher salary. Or let's take the example of convincing your child that he should eat healthier foods. Again, there is no point in stating your reasons for wanting him to do so. Instead, show and tell why it would be beneficial from his perspective. And when trying to persuade your spouse that it would be beneficial if you were to invest and save more, the same rule applies. Whatever your motives are, she or he will probably not be interested in them. Instead, ask yourself, how can I make this person want to do it? Start to see things from other people's perspective and you would have come a long way towards being more influencing and more persuasive. Before we jump into the secret number 2, I encourage you to pause the video and think about a situation in your own life where you want to influence somebody. Try to think a want that can arouse in the other person that is also aligned with your want. Whether the situation is related to work or a relationship or perhaps a friendship, it doesn't really matter. Just try to apply it and you will remember the advice more easily. Do that now, please. Did you pause? If you did, please comment with the thinking emoji down below in the comment section. Let's move on to the secret number 2. Tommy T was school's most notorious bad boy. He caused fights among the boys and teased all the girls. He was every teacher's nightmare. Mrs. Hopkins, one of the teachers of the school, was just about to get Tommy in a class for the new year. She was filled with anxiety. She took a very different approach with Tommy that the other teachers had failed to do so in the past. Day 1 of the school, Mrs. Hopkins started greeting, welcoming every student with little compliments to them. Alicia, I understand that you're great with numbers. And when she came to Tommy, she said, Tommy, I understand that you are a natural leader. I'm going to depend on you to help me making this class the best in the school this year. She reinforced this during the following days by encouraging the boy again and again. Tommy now had a fine reputation to live up to and he did not disappoint. Secret number 2, give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. If you want to improve a person in certain characteristics, act as if they already possess this characteristic. There's a saying, if you give dog a bad name, you may as well hang him. But try to give a good name and see what happens. Let's return to our examples. If you want your spouse to save and invest more, instead of criticizing and complaining about his or her irresponsible behavior around money, try to encourage and find situations in which the person already possesses the quality that you're looking for. Emphasize these. And perhaps you should also give up responsibilities in certain areas regarding your personal finances and show that you entrust the other person with these. Most likely, they will try their best to not let you down. In which one of the following situations do you think a person A is more likely to convince person B to her way of thinking? Situation 1. What? Investing money? that doesn't sound too fun. Nah, I think I'm gonna buy myself the new suit that we saw the other day. We still have $200 left from the month's salary anyway. Oh, you are really so hopeless when it comes to money. It is so obvious that I'm the only one in this household with a degree in economics. I tell you, if we keep spending like this, we will have to work forever. You know what? Now I decide that we'll take this money and we'll put it in the stock market. Situation 2. What? Investing money? That doesn't sound too fun. Nah, I think I'm gonna go and buy myself the suit we saw the other day. We still have $200 left from the month's salary anyways. You would look so good in that suit, darling. You think? Thanks, babe. Do you remember when we met that 40-year-old couple during our last trip to Sweden? The ones who have retired already? Yeah, I remember them. Why? You and I said that it would be so wonderful to have same kind of freedom as they had at such a young age. Yeah, I was quite jealous actually when they talked about how much time they have to spend with their kids. Didn't they say it all started when they decided to invest $100 every month and put that money in the stock market? The situation in which there is a higher probability of convincing the person B is, of course, in the situation number 2. Secret number 3 is the only way to get a best out of an argument is to avoid it. This is how an argument often ends. Even if you win and convince the other person that he is wrong, which may prove to be difficult, pride may make it tough for the other person to back down. Instead, what you want to do is to agree to the points of the other person's argument that you resemble with. Then, after you've left the subject, you move on to talk about your point in the view and the pros that are associated with that. By the way, there is a bonus takeaway on how to influence people hidden in this conversation. Comment down below if you can find it. Also, I will present it at the end of the video. Have you ever thought why every single infomercial looks like this?
A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat.
Watch how OxyClean unleashes the power of oxygen, making tough stains disappear like magic without fading or bleeding the colors.
Proactive is an easy 3-step system that works for all ages, all skin types.
It is because it is not enough to merely state the truth. The truth must also be vivid, interesting, and dramatic. So the secret number 4 from Dale Carnegie is how to win friends and influence people is to dramatize your ideas. Returning to our examples again, if you want your kids to eat healthier, don't just tell them that they will become stronger and they'll be able to beat up the bullies. Show them a few role models and dramatize your ideas. For example, perhaps you could watch Popeye together. Now I have almost made the book look like it's all about influencing people, but actually it is about how to win friends and influence people. 3 simple and easy ways to make people like you. Show a genuine interest. People are not interested in you or in me. They are only interested in themselves, whether it is morning, noon, or night. A person's toothache will mean much more to him than a war in the foreign country. Do remember this when you start your next conversation. Be a good listener. Talk other person's interest. Make that person feel important. Do this and you'll be surprised that you would have made more friends in 2 months than in your entire life. Show a genuine interest in people and they will love you. Smile. Why do you think dog is the number 1 pet and there are many people who would prefer their dog over a friend? It is because these dogs are sincerely happy when they see their master. And they show this not through just words, but through their big actions. Your action speaks louder than words. And when you smile at a person, it means, I like you and I'm happy to see you. This happens to be my secret also. People often come back to me, Sachin coach, you have a wonderful smile. Your smile is so magnetic, we get attracted to it. In fact, the effect of smiling, shows even on a phone call, even if the person is not able to see you. Even in a voice message like this, if you smile, your communication will be much more better. Remember names. A person's name is to that person the sweetest and the most important word in any language. Next time you meet somebody, make an effort to remember this person's name. And if you are not able to spell or pronounce the name properly, please do ask, sorry, how do I spell that? And that's it from the Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Let's have a quick recap or a summary. Number 1, there is only one way to make anyone do anything that is by making them want to do it. Arouse in the other person an eager want. And number 2, act as if the person is already in possession of the characteristics that you want to improve. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Number 3, avoid arguments. It will just cement the current beliefs in the other person. The only way to get the best of an argument is to actually avoid it. Number 4, show your ideas in a vivid, interesting, and a dramatic way. Dramatize your ideas. And the last one, make a great first impression by showing a genuine interest, smiling, and remembering a person's name. 3 simple and easy ways to make people like you. Oh, and which one was the hidden takeaway in the conversation? It was that you should always start a conversation with having the other person say, yes, yes. This will help you to get them in an affirmative state before you trying convincing them about something else. This was indeed a bonus, isn't it? Millions of copies sold. A word of caution to all the viewers. This video which you just saw is just an extract. It's just a distill of the entire particular book. But you must read this book. This book has changed my life. Every single page is worth gold. So please get this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And also what you can do is go down to the comment section below and give in your email address. I'll send you the audiobook as well as the ebook. Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Sachin. I use games, activities and exercises to teach life skills and study skills to young champions. Do subscribe to our channel. It'll help us, motivate us to make good content like this one. Thank you so much.